Hi, I'm Rob with Hatchet Time, and I'm going to show you how to build a 1-layer, 15-inch grow-out pen today. So first we're going to start by building one section at a time. So as you can see here, you have your front wall, your front door, your top of the cage, the back wall, and the flooring. Now you notice the flooring is slightly smaller than the roofing. Make sure you notate that when you're building the cage. So to start, we're going to take the front wall and the front door. So make sure that the lip is where the green piece is going to connect to make sure that the cage can lock. If you don't do this, assembly can be a little difficult. So what you're going to do is attach the door onto the wall. Simply bend the wall back slightly. And that's how you create the front wall and door. And now you can see when you're assembling the section, for these particular parts, there's arrows matching up. But the bottom flooring will not have arrows matching up. So let's start by attaching the front wall to the top roof. So you're going to put it at just slightly less than a 90-degree angle and snap the butterfly locks in. Now again, the back here, you're going to see the arrows line up. And now the bottom flooring is a little different as the arrows do not line up directly, but you can see that the arrows here will line up with this particular arrow, and then one on the other side will just have one going closest to the door. Again, slight angle. Now you have one section built, and now you want to make two more sections identical to this, the same exact way that you built it with the arrows. All right, now that you have three sections built identical, you're going to attach the side walls and the middle wall to the unit. Now this inside walls will go inside the sections, and the outside walls will go on the outside. So now we usually recommend a mallet for this, as it makes it easier. And we also recommend building the unit on the ground. So what I would first suggest is taking a side wall in your first section and coming to the ground with it. Now you want to make sure that the pegs are fully into the side wall. This is where a mallet comes in handy. You want to make sure these pegs are very snug. Now you're going to flip that over. Start with the next section. Again, use the mallet if you need to. Now you can see that it's starting to go together. Take your last section. You're going to flip it over. Attach it. Again, make sure the green locks are all going in the same direction. Again, take your mallet. There should be no gaps in the system. Now we're going to attach the side struts and aluminum rods to the layer. So first you're going to start with the side strut, putting the molly through the hole. And then for the distance, and then you're going to place it in the back for this hole. Grab your aluminum rod, your other aluminum rod, your screw, your power drill, and then you're just going to want to make this very tight. Now some people recommend using a vice grip. So that the aluminum rod doesn't spin. Now you're going to build your next side strip. Again, put it in the furthest hole. Alright, now that you have two sides, you're going to install them into the layer. So take your layer to the floor again. And you're going to install the side struts and the aluminum rods. And you make sure they're facing the right direction. Feeding trough will go here, so you want to make sure your legs are facing down. Now you're going to slide the aluminum rod through the holes. And you just simply want to guide them through the holes on the outside and the inside. Sometimes you have to move it around a little bit. They will go all the way through. Again, do the back side now. Making sure your leg is facing down. Flip the unit over. Push down a little bit, make sure it's snug. The aluminum rod should stick out a little bit. If not, make sure the cage is a little bit tighter together. Now you're going to repeat the same process on the other side. Placing the mollies through the side strut into the aluminum rod. Again, take your screws. Alright, next we're going to install the watering system. So you have your PVC pipe here, your 3 cups, and then 2 hoses. So you're going to start by placing the PVC pipe into the side of the grow pen. And now you could choose between 2 different heights, depending on the size of your birds. There's a higher height and a lower height. So that's based off of preference. Now what you're going to want to do is go into the unit and install the drinker cups. Now they can be placed this way or this way. It's personal preference on which way you want the clip to go. I like to put the clip on the back, and then you simply lock it in. As you can see on the cup, there will be a small groove for it to lock in with. And then you'll hear that snap. Next, you're going to take your two hoses, attach them to the connector for the water pipe. Like that. Ready? All right, now we're going to install the feeding system. So you can see here, you have your green strip with the arrows, and the arrows are going to be facing the feed. So you can see there's a little lip. You're going to be placing that directly onto the feeding trough. So now we're going to finish up by connecting the red feed grill covers with the green connectors. So you can see here, there's 4 holes. These are going to interlock with the green piece in between it. Like that. Again, follow the same process. Now we're going to attach the wheels onto the bottom. So as you can see, you have 2 wheels with locks that'll be going on the front and 2 wheels without locks on the back. Now this is user preference. You may place the locks wherever you'd like, but simply screw them in. And then you can take a wrench to make them even tighter.
Recording.
Now that you have the bottom frame built, we're going to bring it to the ground and add the layer. Place the black side struts into the bottom frame. Now we're going to add the top frame. Next, you're going to add your water tank. All right, now you're going to take your top hose and cut it to a distance of 3.5 inches. Attach it to the water tank and attach it to the first red connector. You're going to add your end stopper. If you ever want to drain the system, you could just release this. Add the tank top. Now we're going to install the feeding trough. We'll just really just sit right in there. Now you're going to add your manure tray. And there you have it, a 15-inch 1 layer grow out pen.